Hello mga amigo, my name is Moon if you're new to my channel, and as you can see from the title of the video, this is my first book haul for 2021 with a total of 8 books. So I have been trying to buy more books this year because I really do have a lot of unread books on my bookshelf and I'm very ashamed. But a few weeks ago, I went feral and bought 4 books. The other 4 was gifted by my parents, so it's not really that harmful, I think. So the very first book for this book haul is actually The Secret History by Donna Tartt, and I actually consider myself as a dark academic. However, I must say that I was still not able to read the staple of dark academia, which is The Secret History by Donna Tartt, and one of the many reasons as to why I was not able to read this yet is because of the fact that there is no available copies during that time in our bookstore. So when I saw this on Shopee, I was like, I need to buy this book. And yeah, I bought this. I mean, look at that. This is so glorious. I really love the cover. Like, it's so, like, the texture of the book is so nice. So The Secret History by Donna Tartt, in case you didn't know, is actually an inverted detective story narrated by one of the 6 students named Richard Pepin, who reflects years later upon the situation that led to the murder of their friend Bunny. So actually, I already read like a few pages, like I am already in page 156, and I am loving this book so far. This book is really for me, and I'm really happy because I was scared that I will not like this, and this is a staple of dark academia, and I consider myself as a dark academic. That would be agonizing if I don't like this. The second book of this haul is also a staple for dark academia, and it is actually Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. Like, there is still cellophane in it, and I really love the cover. It's so nice, and I mean, look at this. Like, I really love this. So Ninth House is actually about a Yale University student named Alex Stern who can see ghosts. Despite her unqualified background, she was able to navigate in an Ivy League uni and was tasked by her benefactor in monitoring the 8 houses of the Vale. Actually, I don't know what will happen in Ninth House. However, I do have heard like mixed reviews for this book, and I'm really excited to read this because I really love reading books with mixed reviews. So yeah, the second book is Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. Third book for this haul is actually If We Were Villains by M.L. Rio, and it is also a dark academia staple, and it's actually the debut novel of M.L. Rio, and it is about a murder mystery surrounding Oliver Marks, a former actor in a fictional conservatory, and most of the novel takes place in a set conservatory. I am very excited to read this book more than any book in this haul because I have heard many good things about If We Were Villains, and also a lot of dark academics have said that this is one of the best dark academia books that they have encountered in their entire life, and I do hope that it will live up to my expectations. I'm sorry, there is still cellophane in here because I don't want it to be dirty until I'm going to read this. Like, also, I have got this on Shopee for only 500 pesos, and it is already in hardbound. And yes, and considering that the US price is $30 almost, like, it is a steal. The fourth book of this haul is actually 1984 by George Orwell, and I have read 1984 a few years ago and I love it so much. However, I was still not able to buy a physical copy until now, and I am excited to reread this. So in case you didn't know, 1984 is actually about a novel that is set up in Airstrip 1, formerly known as Great Britain, a province of the superstate Oceania in a world of perpetual war, omnipresent government surveillance, and public manipulation. The superstate and its residents are dictated to by a political regime euphemistically named English socialism. The superstate is under the control of the privileged elite, the inner party, a party and government that persecutes individualism and independent thinking, which is enforced by the thought police. I am very excited to read this. This is the king of all dystopian novels. Like, I would not take any comments aside from that this is the inspiration of all dystopian novels. And also, I'm really happy that I was able to get a physical copy of this. And now let's go to the books gifted by my parents. The very first is actually The Liar by Nora Roberts, and it's about a girl named Anne Pomeroy Foxworth, a recent widow who is left in substantial debt of her husband. I actually searched some blurbs on like the internet, and I was still not able to garner what exactly the book is about, and I'm really excited to read this because the cover looks so amazing. It's gold. I don't have any gold books on my shelf, so I was really surprised that the book is in gold. The sixth book in this book haul is The Potter's House by Rosie Thomas, and it is about Olivia Georgiades. Oh no, I'm really sorry if I mispronounced that. And it is about Olivia, who has left her English roots behind. She lives on a tiny Greek island, married to a local man, mother to two small sons. Year on year, island life has followed a peaceful, unchanging rhythm. Until now, an earthquake ravages the coast, its force devastating the island, and in the aftermath comes a stranger, an Englishwoman destitute but for the clothes she wears. Olivia welcomes the stranger into her home, the Potter's House, but as Kitty melts into the family and the village community, so Olivia begins to sense that her mysterious visitor could threaten all she holds dear. Actually, I searched for blurbs on the internet and I was still not able to know what this is about, and actually this is like my least anticipated in the haul, but we'll see. Maybe it will end up as my favorite. Maybe. The seventh book in this haul is The Library Paradox by Catherine Shaw, and I am very excited for this. This seems very dark academia and I really love it. Like the cover, I have read the blurb in the back, and it is about a famous and famously anti-Semitic professor has been killed, shot in his own library, and the police, eager to close the books on the murder, have arrested a young Jewish man who was conveniently on the scene. But this is 1896, and with the notorious Dreyfus affair much in the news, Vanessa Wedderburn has real questions about his guilt and about England's casual bigotry. Finding the truth will take Vanessa deep into London's Hasidic community, where she struggles to understand the customs of a foreign country, but the effort will pay off if only because it sheds some surprising light on a peculiar passion of Vanessa's, a problem in mathematical logic posed by that young firebrand Bertrand Russell, and known as the Library Paradox. Sounds so good! I'm really excited to read this. I mean, 1896? I would read anything historical. And the last book of this haul is actually The Winter Queen by Boris Akunin. I don't know, like I love the cover. It's so whimsical of some sort. And I also don't know, I'm going to read the blurb inside. It is Moscow, 1876. A 23-year-old law student commits suicide in broad daylight in Moscow's Alexander Gardens. Eros Minorin, the brilliant young and gifted detective, is put on the case. A case that deepens as he discovers that the young man was the son of an influential industrialist and has left considerable assets. Van Doren's fearless investigation takes him from Moscow to Berlin and London via St. Petersburg as the suicide reveals a worldwide conspiracy. Eros Van Doren has been described as the James Bond of the 19th century. It's difficult for a gentleman sleuth to keep his mind on a case when the new Dostoevsky novel has just hit the shops. The Winter Queen is a gripping literary page-turner whose power and appeal is enhanced by its vividly realistic historical setting. Okay, that sounds very interesting. Like, the cover doesn't really say what the book is about, but the summary is really interesting. So yeah, that's it for this book haul. If you like it, please give a thumbs up. If you have opinions, please comment down below and let's discuss. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.
Klappat hakten alla Fullfest hela dagen Mjöl från livets grottekvarn